Greetings to all of my creative entrepreneurs. Forgive my voice, it's a little dry right now, but I wanted to come on here today just to give another straight talk, man, unscripted. But if you are in a space where you're really having doubts because you feel like things are closing in on you, and there's been so many barriers that's been showing up, and as it relates to you getting your business off the ground, and you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and you just really want to get out of your 9 to 5 and buy back your time so you can spend it doing what you value and spend it with those you love the most. And you really are dying to get that value out to the marketplace that you've been working so hard on. And it just feels like you just can't catch a break. This video is for you. I definitely got to give a testimony here, man. Getting everything situated for our e-commerce brand has been a challenge. But I'm here to tell you, with every barrier that we've met, we've overcome them. So I want you to remain patient and hang in there. Reach out to me. You can drop a comment if you have any questions, if you're confused about everything. I don't know everything there is to know about e-commerce. I'm just really getting started and gaining momentum. So I'm really not much different from some of you. Some of you may be a lot farther along than I am. But I have figured out a great deal. And I've overcome a lot of roadblocks that are basically the standard for entrepreneurs entering into the e-commerce space. And a lot of this stuff is not meant to hurt you or intentionally slow you down, but really it's a message to slow down. So you can kind of take in, some information that you may have missed, some areas that you may have not covered or you may still be weak in, whereas though you can ask that question, okay, who can help me with this? Remember, I always will refer back to the book by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan, Who Not How, right? You always want to ask the question, who can help me with this? Not how can I, figure this out? Who can help me with this? Because as long as you own the intellectual property and you've, done the proper filings to protect it, you can partner with someone that is a specialist in the area that you suck at or that you absolutely hate doing. So do not be distressed. Case in point, I ran into some difficulties in terms of Google Merchant Center, and we're going to be working with a third-party guy that's going to help us out. But in the meantime, I still put forth effort to go in and make sure that I was crossing T's and dotting I's. I just simply had AI along as a sidekick to walk me through these nuances to make sure that I was in compliance, because I want our GMC expert to have it as easy as possible to make sure that we're compliant before we hit that next review, because basically we're down to our last review. And I don't want to have to fight and go through appeals and all of that. So after I got the notification from Google, it was a little bit frustrating, especially after putting all that work in to fix things. But I had to step back and be grateful, because it's an opportunity for me to become better as a brand owner, because it really means everything for me to get my message out there, because this message of God that I am promoting through our brand that I trademarked is God's truth. And it's more bigger than any challenge that I will face. So it's definitely worth getting over these hurdles, right? As God told man in the beginning, which is a message for all of us, subdue it, right? Which means to trample down. That means to trample down any barrier that gets in your way as you are being fruitful and multiplying and replenishing the earth. And replenishing means to fill up. So filling up the earth with your fruitful creations, right? So I went into my merchant account and I actually saw what the problem was. It was something that was not matching in my merchant account that was now corrected in my Shopify account. So I fixed that. And that's a blessing. And I learned so much from that. And I feel blessed because I get to help other people avoid these things. But I'm still going to be wise and have the gentleman do the audit. And I'm going to pay him happily so he can take care of that. So I said all that to say this. I've been absolutely blessed. And yes, I ran into a lot of barriers. And I've been dealing with this work injury. And it's been very challenging. But by the grace of God, I have everything else that has worked out for me, and I'm blessed. The trademarks are working out. I have my wholesale partners, that's working out. I have a quality product. I have a great logistical system and business system overall. I am blessed. The work has been paying off, right? Well over 20 years of sales and figuring this thing out is finally paying off. And I want to encourage you to hang in there. Like I said, reach out to me. I don't have all the answers, but whatever I don't know, I'll go ask questions and I'll get those answers to you, because I want to see a lot of you win, because I believe a lot of you really have what it takes and you really have something special to offer to the marketplace. And that's why I'm doing this. Like I said, after I get over the whirlwind and we finally are, able to fly smoothly, right? Because now we're doing what we need to do to get that altitude. So whenever we're in that space where I can hit autopilot and let my team handle things, I'm really going to slow down and invest my time into making well-produced YouTube videos. But I still didn't want to make an excuse. I wanted to get out here. Now, I have been all over the place because in real time, the business has been taking over a lot. Now I'm running a business full time. I'm on leave because of my injury. So I have to focus on building out my online sales. So I have no choice, right? Which is a blessing, because if it had not been for this injury and this difficult situation, I would not have locked in and focused as well as I have and gotten the results that I've gotten. So I'm absolutely convinced that this trial was a blessing from the Lord. I just want you guys to hang in there. Keep pushing forward. Yes, it may feel difficult. Yes, it may feel like it's never going to end and you're never going to get away from that job. But guess what? Keep taking the steps, guys, because I'm telling you, when you keep asking better questions, you'll get better answers and you'll make better decisions. But you got to keep the faith, because the faith is going to allow you to have that feeling in your heart that gives you that function in your hands for you to take the action that you need to get closer and closer to your results. So I hope this message was encouraging to you guys, and I want you guys to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your weeks. Until next time.